What is going on, y'all? This is Travis from Chasing Anthems coming at you guys with another reaction video. This one I'm really pumped for. We did a similar video not that long ago when we covered Nirvana Unplugged. You can check the link above if you're interested, but don't watch it till the end of this one. But anyways, got a lot of comments, a lot of feedback about, you know, people's favorite Unplugged session, and Alice in Chains was one of them. Definitely one of my favorite. It was just a matter of time to when we get around to reviewing them. But I'm stoked to do that today and have that opportunity to check them out with you guys. It's been a while since I have listened to Alice in Chains, specifically the Unplugged, but it was one of those things that, you know, when it came out, we had it on repeat all the time because it was such a good session. The music was great, and it was great to hear them in a different perspective than you know, their more amplified rock and roll version, or grunge version, I should say. But you know what I mean. The Unplugged version just adds so many different elements to it and more depth to the music. So I'm really excited to check this one out. With that being said, if you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of future videos. Also comment and share this video with all of your family and friends. One more quick announcement. This is our new single, Over It. We're going to be dropping it January 14th. Be sure to subscribe to this channel so you can be notified of when it goes live. We are going to be doing a reaction video. We have a music video in the plans, and all sorts of awesome stuff. You can hit our channel icon to check out original music, or check us out on any of the social media platforms at Chasing Anthems, or directly on our website chasinganthems.com. This will be available on all streaming platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you get your streaming music, and also YouTube. So with that being said, enough of us. Let's move on to check out what we're here to review today, which is Alice in Chains, Rooster from the MTV Unplugged sessions. I'm typically not a fan of acoustic basses, but that bass sounds really nice. It's got really good low end. It doesn't sound like a tinny acoustic guitar with a little lower or heavier gauge string. It actually sounds like a legitimate bass, and does service. When I've played bass my entire life before I moved on to playing guitar and expanding my musical portfolio, but I've always shied away from having acoustic bass, but this bass sounds sick. I want to hear more of it. Let's go. Yeah, man, you know what? This is just such a great reminder of music is different. We all have different tastes. We all have different appeals. It's not about being the best singer per se. Because I think arguably you could say that, you know, the vocals are not the best, and I love hearing the rawness and the imperfections, and I think that's what makes it real in a live performance versus something that's pre-recorded, obviously, which Alice in Chains would never do, or, you know, something that is radio studio produced kind of situation. I love that rawness, but I think it's not about being perfect. It's about being unique and being creative and just putting it out there. And I think, you know, over the years, you know, having my own insecurities with playing music and, oh man, my vocals don't sound as good as so and so. We can compare ourselves, get put stuck in that box between, you know, I'm not as good as this person, therefore I'm going to hold back. And I mean, this is a great example of where, you know, being you, being original, and putting it all on the table is way more important than trying to sound like the next guy. Because if you sound like the next guy, it's already been done, right? You're already behind the curve. You need to be ahead of that curve. So if you sound different, you sound unique, and you're not like anybody else, and people maybe initially give you that, you know, say like, you're okay, you're so, you don't sound as good as something, and they start comparing you to people, man, go harder, go deeper. Find your voice as much as you possibly can. So maybe you are that next big Lane Staley, or, you know, the list goes on. You know, you look at Anthony Kiedis from Chili Peppers, not the greatest voice, super unique though. I would argue that most male singers are not nearly as good or as perfected as maybe their female counterparts, especially in the pop area. But the more original and the more heart and soul you put into it, the more I think people are going to receive that. And you can feel the depth in the Alice in Chains songs is also coming through the way that they sing them, right? Whether it's pain, whether it's anger, whether it's sorrow, whatever it may be. You feel that. So that's a lesson I've had to learn. It's taken a long time to get there and get that confidence to be like, you know what? Screw it. Who cares, right? I don't need to be the best singer in the world. I need to be who I am as a singer and portray that so that other people, it's believable and it's not fake.
Here they come to snuff the rooster. Yeah, here comes the rooster.
You could tell the audience loved that. I was waiting for to see what the drums were going to do and how much it was going to pick up because I forgot. But from my understanding, this song, The Rooster, was this song was written about his dad in Vietnam. And apparently his dad told wild stories and was kind of a larger-than-life character. I've heard the story a few times, but I don't know all of the details. But I believe that this song is in honor of his dad's time in Vietnam and describing how they couldn't take him out. And Rooster was his nickname. But if I'm wrong, update me in the comments or give me additional information and point me in the right direction. But I believe that's the context behind Rooster. I love that vibration on the new strings. You can hear that. It gets hidden, in the mix when you add all the additional layers. But when it's as raw like this, you definitely can pick up on those subtleties, right? Which makes it more authentic, and it makes it feel like it's relatable because this is what, as a musician, you're sitting in your living room or your bedroom or basement or whatever you're at, and you're playing music. This is typically how we're doing it, right? Is playing it for our family and friends or for ourselves. least that's how I write, start with an acoustic and then build from there. But I commented on the Nirvana one about the orchestra, and I don't see any orchestra players here, or celloists or violinists or anything like that. That would be pretty cool if they would have added more string instruments to kind of fill it in. I'm curious, is there any other videos where they did work with a symphony to give more of that that additional strings and to fill in some more ambiance? I think that would sound really sick. That would have been an awesome addition to it. But I also extremely love it the way it is, so don't get me wrong. Going pretty high in the neck there for an acoustic.
Yeah, they come to snuff the rooster. Yeah, here come the rooster. Yeah, you know he ain't gonna die. No, no, no. You know he ain't gonna die.
Let me ask a question. What's your favorite Seattle band during the grunge era? This was a very unique, exciting time period. And I know this has happened at many different points in time where a region has been responsible for a movement, and then so many great bands have come out of that little pocket, which seems really crazy. Like, how did that happen, right? And I get it, because at the time, bands were influencing each other, and the way that they're getting the music was through live performances, tapes, radio. I don't remember what year CDs came in, but CDs, things like that, of that nature. So, I mean, out of Seattle, we got, obviously Nirvana, we got Alice in Chains, Stone Temple Pilots. We had all these just insanely Soundgarden, incredible bands that just came up in a very similar time period, which is so phenomenal. And I don't know if that could still happen today as organically as it did back then, just because of the internet, YouTube, and we have access to so much more information and music than ever before. Can you think of any other time periods in more recent years where that's happened, where it wasn't manufactured by the studios or labels like, Nashville and stuff like that? Obviously, they're cranking things out and they're the hub, but something as more organic as the grunge scene in Seattle, I'd be curious. I think going back, we probably could find other examples out of San Francisco or the UK or Hollywood, things like that, where you had just bands sprouting up and just taking over the scene in their genre. But Alice in Chains definitely were in the front with some of the others on the Seattle grunge movement, and were extremely influential, which is pretty awesome.
Walking town, machine gun men, they spit on me in my homeland. Gloria sent me pictures of my boy. Got my pills against mosquito death. My buddy's breathing his dying breath. Oh God, please, won't you help me make it through?
His lyrics are really deep, man. I mean, the things that he's talking about in here, and the struggles that his father went through, and Vietnam vets came through. He talked about, his dad getting spit in his homeland and having his pills to get through. And like, man, it's one thing to have lyrics that say those kind of things. It's a whole other thing to feel the emotion of the artist when they sing it, complemented by the instruments, where you really just kind of get sucked in to what he's talking about, and you can physically feel the emotion and the pain associated with the song. really well done and well written, which is why they were so great, you know. And the song still carries on, you know what I mean? It's just as good today as it was back then, in my opinion.
Yeah, they come to snuff the rooster. Yeah, here comes the rooster. Yeah, you know he ain't gonna die. No, no, you know he ain't gonna die.
All right. All right. There you have it. That is Alice in Chains, Rooster, Unplugged MTV. Back when there actually was music on MTV. Back when bands were actually writing extremely good songs. Songs that have lasted far beyond their time period. And are still just as good. I'm still a little on the fence as to what my favorite Unplugged session was. I really like the Nirvana, but I really like this one as well. If there's any other recommendations you guys would like me to check out of Alice in Chains, please let me know in the comments below. I love checking them out, and any of the stories or additional information you can help fill in the gaps is always appreciated. Like I said before, if you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, share, comment, do all that good stuff. Check out our new single, Over It. It's gonna be dropping January 14th. And with that being said, we'll check you out on the next one. Peace.